Jedediah James Fagg, Jedediah James Fagg, Jedediah James Fagg. Jedd rules. Jedediah James Fagg.
Jedd is a property of Dana.
Jedediah James Fagg. Jedediah James Fagg.
Today we will be teaching you about arithmetic and geometric sequences and series. This is useful when you're trying to analyze patterns in large pieces of data. So let's get it.
Oh, hi there. Now we're going to focus on geometric finite series.
The sum of k goes from a to b of f and k. This is the equation present.
We're going to use the geometric finite series and apply it to the amount of French Jedd accrues over 4 years of high school. To solve this, we start with the base formula. The first term equals 1 minus r to the n over 1 minus r. Our first term is 6. So we start with that, and we plug in 1 minus the rate, which is 5, to the n, which is 4, over 1 minus 5 again. So 6 equals 1 minus 626 over 1 minus 5. From that, we get 6 equals negative 625 over negative 4. And that gives us a number of 936 friends that Jedd will accrue over 4 years of high school. And this concludes another segment of Above the Iron Board. Damn, Jedd's got a lot of friends.
Welcome, friends, to another edition of Slumper Slam with Ryan and Friends. Now today we'll be learning about geometric partial sums. You know, it takes a couple steps, but we can handle it, right guys? Yeah, yes we can. So for us to show this to you guys, we're going to answer this question right here. Yes, that one right there. So there's 5 terms in this problem. I'm just going to write them out right here. Now next, you times each side by negative 3. So this becomes negative 3 s5 equals negative 9 minus 27 minus 81 minus 243 and minus 729. Now next, you add the original equation to this one. S5 over there, at 9, at 27, at 81, 243, and at a 3. So those all cross out. So it becomes S5 minus 3 S5 equals 3 minus 729. Now, on this side, you factor out an S5. Becomes 1 minus 3. And on the other side, you factor out a 3. So it becomes 1 minus 243. Now you're going to subtract. Not subtract. Divide, sorry. It's over here. So then it becomes S5 after those cross out, and negative 726 minus 2. So the sum of this question up here, yes, this one, is S5 equals 363. And that, my friends, is how we do partial sums. Well, that concludes another edition of Slumber Slams with Ryan and Friends. Where are you going? No, Jedd's on his way. He just called. No, come on. Jedd's on his way. Please don't. No.
Welcome to another
Playtime with Danny.
and Ernesto.
Today we were learning about
Arithmetic partial sums.
the equations n over 2 multiplied by a1 plus an.
So there are 16 golfers in a tournament, and everyone received an award. First place is 1,000, second place is 950, third place is 900, and so on. The difference here is negative $50. The formula to find the partial sum is here. Now before we can do this, we need to take a couple of steps. First we need to find the nth term, which is the 16th term. So we plug it into this equation. And first we need to find c, and c is a1 minus the difference. So that's 1,000 minus negative 50, and that comes out to be 1050. So once we do the math here, we figure out that the 16th term is $250. So now we can finally plug things into our partial sum formula. So n of course is 16 over 2. The first number is 1,000 plus the last, which is 250. And this will eventually come out to be $10,000. So $10,000 total is awarded to all 16 players. And the first player is of course Jedd Fagg. Be sure to join us next time
For another edition of
Playtime with
Danny.
and Ernesto.
Hello, and welcome back to another session of Vincent and Colin After Dark. Today, we will be doing Geometric Infinite Series.
We use the formula the sum of k from a to b of fk to solve this problem. The problem is n from 0 to infinity with the equation 3 times 0.5 to the n.
With this, we will figure out how many people Jay keeps in contact with after high school. We will use this formula, first term over 1 minus the rate, to figure out how many people Jedd will keep in contact with after high school. Our first term is 3. That's over 1 minus the rate, which is 0.5. And that equals 6. That's how many people Jedd will keep in touch with after high school.
Just kidding, Jedd's too awesome to keep in contact with any of you.
And this concludes another segment of Vincent and Colin After Dark.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Happy Sacks with Ryan and Coulter.
Today we'll be focusing on infinite arithmetic sequences.
We're really gonna sack it to you today. But first, teabag me, Ryan. See here, we use summation notation. If A equals B equals 0, then the sum is still 0. If A or B is a non-zero, then the series diverges and has no sum in the usual sense.
Now that concludes another happy sack time with Ryan and Coulter. Oh my, you're worse than Jedd.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Double Bubble Trouble.
I'm Ernesto Trejo,
And I am Daniel Lindner.
and today we'll be seducing Arithmetic Finite Series.
The equation is n over 2 multiplied by a1 plus an.
We will use this formula to find out how many varsity letters Jedd has acquired in his high school career.
So we will be focusing on arithmetic finite series. This is the equation we will use, and this is our sequence. N stands for the number of terms in the sequence. So there's 4 terms, so n will be 4. And then you plug in the first term and the 4th term. And that's where you plug in. And then we'll end with Jedd having 32 varsity letters. Wow, you go, Jedd. Well, that concludes another episode of Double Bubble Trouble.
Be sure to join us next week when Jedd Fagg slips in the tub with us.
Ciao, ciao.
Well, that concludes another fabulous episode of Jedediah James Fagg. Be sure to join us next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.